Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching the finale of season 2. This is episode 16 of the second season of 100. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far, and if you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on the link, put the password in, and enjoy. Now, speaking about links in the description, we have been running our most liked to dislike characters of season 2 throughout the majority of the season, and I can't wait to see the results in today's episode. I'm going to be voting for my own in this, obviously, introduction, and we're going to be showing your results and mine, and I can't wait to see the results because we've had new characters introduced, we've had old characters taken away, and we've had characters' personalities fluctuating up and down, so I can't wait to see everybody's opinions. And don't worry if you haven't voted yet, you can still vote. It's going to be open whether it's today, tomorrow, 2 years down the line. You can always have your say and change the results. Obviously today is going to be set in stone when I do it, but it's not going to be set in stone when you vote, because obviously we can always change the winning results, so I can't wait to see. Now, last episode was very interesting. Clark and Lexa, they've been getting closer in recent episodes, even making out at some points, and you know, I thought it was all going well when he was all stood outside of Mount Weather ready to take the door down. They had 4 teams, didn't they? They had obviously Wix and Raven taking down like the power supply near the what is it, near the dam. You know, you had Octavia and Indra going underneath it, and then obviously you had the team on the outside and the grounders on the inside, which Bellamy had come and uncaged all of them, ready for the army. Now, she's ended up cutting a deal, Lexa, and she's actually, you know, pretty much only negotiated for her own people return. They managed to successfully open the door when it was all about to steam in. Who come out? The grounders. Everybody safe and sound. She said, sorry Clark, I had to think about my people. I thought with my head and not my heart. I cut a deal to save the tree people, the sky people. It's your problem. If you want them, you get them. I'm sorry. Absolutely ruthless. Blew the horn and retreated. Perfect timing. It wasn't perfect timing. It was dreadful timing for Octavia, because she's just been inducted into the tree people by Indra. You're one of us now. And now she's left with this decision. Does she retreat with her new family, or does she stay and save her old family in Bellamy? And guess what? She stayed and saved her own family, with Indra putting a knife towards her neck, saying, you're no longer my second, you're no longer one of us, and then retreating. So she's left on her own down there in the tunnels with obviously the Reapers. Clark's left outside, stood at the door, and Bellamy's left inside with the whole Mount Weather army looking for them. It's not looking good, is it? They've also put a plan in place, Cage, to go after the rest of the remaining people from the Ark so that they can get them, use a treatment, use it on everybody inside, and send them to the ground. So it's going to be really interesting to see, obviously, how the finale plays out. No idea. I just want Bellamy to pop, 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 every single one of them. He's been sick the last 3 episodes, so let's finish savagely, smoking everyone off with Maya staying alive. So just before we jump into the case of the final episode, it is time to vote for our most liked and disliked characters of this season. Thanks so much for everybody that has voted in advance. You guys are amazing, and I can't wait to see you guys' results. Here we are. Most disliked character of season 2. I thought season 1 was pretty hard to do because we was getting introduced to the characters, and Diana, she was the one that kind of stood out as being selfish, so that is why she got chosen. But this season we've had a lot more characters introduced, haven't we? We've had a lot more names to choose from and a lot more selfish actions being displayed. So you could easily choose Cage or Dante for turning on them at the end. You know, you could even choose Finn because of the way he started the season, which was crazy. But then he also got killed as well, so I feel like that did impact his whole season, in my opinion, in terms of obviously choosing him as the most disliked, because he wasn't in it through the, you know, the full season. So I'm going to pick I'm actually going to pick Abby. You know, I think this season she stressed me out a little bit. The fact that she's consistently not acknowledging that, you know, the people on the ground are actually adults and they know what they're doing and they've been here and they've survived. You know, she keeps seeing them all as children and not really knowing where they're going. Where my counter to her was, at least when Clark, every time Clark was trying to do something, she always had some objective end goal, where obviously when Abby was doing it, she was just trying to do it to stamp the authority. And I thought there was many times when Kane was trying to give her good information and try to, you know, proceed forward in the correct way, she was just pushing it all the way. I know what's best, I'm the chancellor, I'm in charge. No, literally not listening to anybody. So she did stress me out quite a bit, so I'm going to pick Abby as my most disliked for season 2. Here is the results for the most disliked character of season 2. If you're wondering why I changed outfit, yes, we are in the future from when this was first recorded, because we do post it on the Patreon first. So if you're interested, head over. If not, chilling, no worries. Cage is the most disliked with 37% of the vote, with Finn coming in second with 11 votes, and then obviously I chose Abby as well as 8 other people, so that takes out the top 3. Now, very interesting there, which doesn't always actually happen, is this reflects the same vote Patreon did. So you know what, I'm liking it. This is probably one of the first times that Patreon has done a vote and obviously YouTube have done a vote, and the top 3 characters have stayed consistently the same. But if you look at this, what excites me and just like pleases me about the show, even though people have got 1 dislike, which is like Dante and Jasper, the fact is that they've done something that impacted somebody that made them vote, and it's not just a, you know, like obvious top character. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, okay, he won with 8 votes clear of Finn, but I still think it's good that there's so many characters there. I reference other shows that we've done before, and it's like, you know, you do the vote and 3 people have smashed it. Everybody else hasn't even been recognised. You might as well not have put anybody there. So this is good. This is very interesting. And obviously, I like how it's reflected the Patreon. I can understand everybody's, you know, decision of picking Cage. He's kind of gone against his dad. He shot the missile, didn't he? He doesn't care about the casualties. He actually is very selfish. And, you know, he's willing to take everybody out to save his own people. And then if you look at Finn, he done the craziness of obviously mowing everybody down in that village when really technically they was only scared. I know that they ran after him or tried to run away and he just went popping off. The reason I chose Abby is you just heard, and that is just what I'm going to rock with. I thought that she was trying to just like force herself to be the really good leader instead of just like being the perfect doctor that she actually is and the key asset, better than every single other person that can actually do that role, and let other people who can actually stand up and step forward and have a plan and vision to actually go for it. So that was my reason, but it's interesting. Thanks for voting. Let's go on to the most liked character. Okay, so now it's time to vote for our most liked character of season 2. Now this one is going to be good. I have no idea who everybody's going to choose. I kind of had the 3 like I was just mentioning in the most disliked, but here I don't know, mate. I voted for Bellamy as my most liked character of season 1. Just thought his character progression was really good. When he started, I thought, bro, I'd really dislike this guy. He's a bit of an arsehole. And then as we progressed, I was like, you know what, he's decent, he is good, and he had a good solid season. And do you know what, mate? He wasn't utilised quite a lot at the early stages of the season. And towards the end, what a massive team player he was. He was so good. Infiltrating Mount Weather, taking people out. He was on the radio. He was literally the silent assassin in there that helped him survive. So you got to give a massive shout out. And he's right up there with one of my choices. Now, again, another interesting character who started the season off just like Bellamy last season. Didn't really, you know, wasn't really liking it, was Clark. I thought that she was being stupid pretty much inside of Mount Weather. I thought that the way she was trying to forcibly get out and sacrifice possibly killing everybody in there when she ran to that door when Jasper stopped her was pretty selfish as well. And like he said, the only person that's a threat to us currently is you, Clark. But I do respect it. You know, I understood where she was coming from. Why would you trust people that have just taken you? And it turned out that she was right. She's had a great season. She's been obviously trying to take the lead. She's made connections with the grounders. She made some tough decisions, you know what I mean? Not telling them about the missile. Also, she killed Finn as well because obviously she knew the pain that he would have been receiving from all of the grounders going and taking a stab at him. So, do you know what? I'm going to give it to Clark this season. I thought, like I just said, she's had a really good season. I liked everything that she's done. And in terms of how I just said between her and Abby taking kind of the lead, Abby always was trying to demand the respect and the leadership, where Clark was kind of like earning it and making tough decisions and always having like an end goal. So that's why I'm choosing Clark. And here we are for our most liked characters of season 2. Now, very, very interesting there. Obviously, the disliked characters, I said, not always, but today it reflected the same as the Patreon. We had the same top 3 characters. Today, this one has changed. So on the Patreon, we had Clark, Octavia and Bellamy as the top 3 characters, but Lexa has jumped up into that second spot. She has taken the medal of Octavia's neck and firmly planted the silver one right on hers. So that is very interesting. Again, these are 4 characters that I think have had a solid season. Really, really good. I think Clark, in my opinion, has totally stepped it up. That's the reason why I got it. You just heard obviously my explanation there. But in terms of the other characters, I think Bellamy had I think he had a quiet start to the season, but then you cannot deny that the last half of the season he was so good. Do you know what I mean? Like, as soon as he decided I'm going to infiltrate Mount Weather, he become amazing. He was in there, he was taking them out, putting his life on the line, rescuing people, doing whatever it takes. I can't wait to see, obviously, what today holds for him. Just crazy. He had a great season. I really did enjoy it. 2 back-to-back good seasons, in my personal opinion, for Bellamy. Hope he keeps going. Obviously, a great introduction of Lexa. We had the whole Grounder situation, obviously, in season 1, and to turn it around here and have kind of like an alliance going against a common enemy, which is obviously Cage and, well, was Dante at the start. Do you know what I mean? It's very, very interesting. What I like about Lexa is she's willing to rule even if it upsets everybody else that's kind of in her, you know, like, crew. So everybody wanted to take a stab at Finn when obviously took down that Grounder village, and she was like, look, you know, Clark's gone over, she's killed him, that's it, we're done for. Indra was saying, well, we haven't got justice, do you know what I mean? We haven't got what we deserve. And Lexa was like, no, we're done now. Do you know what I mean? We had this deal where he comes, he gets handed over, he gets killed, and we move forward with our, you know, team up, and that is what they've done. So I really did enjoy it. And let's be honest, yeah, Octavia's just a great consistent character. I don't feel like she's had a storyline where she's absolutely smashing it out the top of the park, but I also feel like she's consistently hovering around the very good episodes every time she's in it. And do you know what? I'm going to give a little shout out to Murphy, to be honest. I actually really do like Murphy. I know he's only got 2 votes here, but it's great that somebody's actually picked him and put him on the scoreboard. It's amazing. As well as Lincoln, Monty and Kane have got 1 each. But yeah, in terms of like a low-key underrated character, I think Murphy is one of those. Every time I see him, I think that his scenes are entertaining, and that's all I ask for. Do you know what I mean? If you're in a scene, you either make me hate you or make me like you. If you're not doing any of that, then you're just a straight line, and we don't want straight lines. We want ups and downs, and that's what Murphy provides. So very, very good. I'd like to thank every single person that's obviously taken part in voting for this. You guys are amazing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the final episode. So here I am, back on the big screen, just to say thank you again. You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for taking part in the YouTube comments and the Patreon comments, and obviously taking part in all the votes. This is what makes the channel amazing. I can't wait to see, obviously, what the rest of the seasons have in store for us. We're only on season 2. We've got 5 more to go. I can't wait to see, obviously, who comes up the rankings and takes the winning characters for the rest of the seasons. And obviously, if any of the characters that have maybe won drop off and get some of the dislikes, it's going to be interesting to see. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the final episode. If you do, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And let's jump into the finale.
Get some rest.
Lad. That's still far away though, isn't it?
How does an island of light sound to you, John?
Oh. What the hell?
Bro, Craig.
Honestly, you mad guy. Oh, what is that?
Why? So we can live, and because you can roll.
Hey, because you can roll with a dark intro, mate. You always know when this dark one comes up that it's going to be sick. Nah, I don't. I'm lying. But I've noticed that it changes, and sometimes when it does go dark, you know, you get the popping off episodes. But that was savage from Polonius, wasn't it, mate? Get in there, mate! You know, every man for himself when it comes to death. Now, that thing was crazy. Everything that I've seen so far in the show has been... Well, I was going to say it's been pretty normal. Obviously, we've had some sort of deformities, like with that female's hand, you know, in the kid's face. But, you know, you do get that in life, don't you? Not everybody gets born perfect. So, this is the first time I've seen something and I thought, what the hell is that, mate? It reminds me of the big sea snake kind of thing on Dune. Do you remember, have you seen it, the film? And then, obviously, it comes through the sand and, like, sucks everything in. Looked like one of them, but a smaller one for the sea. Was she dead?
Made a deal with Mount Weather, freed the Grounders. Now we're on our own.
Twisted Lexa. You let a bomb drop on DC. You let all of those people...
I am doing the best I can.
Go on, now. Oh, Bellamy.
Talk to Dante. Myers says he's in quarantine.
Clark. It's your last tank.
All the supplemental oxygen is on level 5.
Then we have to get you to level 5.
5 isn't safe for any of us.
Well, help Maya.
Good, please.
How could you do this? Swore loyalty to this commander. Under the terms of the truce, the lands surrounding the mountain are forbidden. Octavia made her choice. that you make yours.
He's choosing them, innit? Fair play to you, Indra. She actually wants Octavia to survive, doesn't she?
On their knees.
Do you reckon it's Abby?
In 48 hours, we will all be on the ground.
Nate!
See, maybe seeing this, yeah, they realised that what Clark was willing to do, go to the extremes, kill everybody, let the missile hit for the greater good. I mean, like I keep saying, I know a lot of people died. These guys haven't experienced any of this. No fighting really up until this point. You know, Abby, has always been kind of like conservative. You know, she's kind of saying, you're a kid, you know what I mean? We don't need violence, you know, all this stuff, so to speak. And it's like, Clark's like, mate, you have no idea what's going on. You've not lived it. This is the way of the land down here, and now she's going to experience it. She's not going to get killed. I literally firmly believe Abby's going to make it all the way to the end. And Jaha, and Kane, I don't know. I feel like Jaha and Abby will. Kane gets himself in a bit of sticky situations, doesn't he? Oh, yes, Raven. Why is she always going through the wars, man? Same people get picked every time, innit? She's been through everything.
We need a way to get our people out of this mountain without killing everyone.
We knew they'd be safe on level 5. We made sure not to destroy the turbines so you could repair them.
If we released your people and theirs, what would have happened to mine?
Help us whether you like it or not.
It was going to kill them, though. They was on there.
Let me help you. I don't want anything from you.
Come
on.
He's mad now.
Our destiny is out there, John. And what about Craig's destiny?
I say it all the time in this show. You sacrifice a few to save the many.
Did you hear that? Oh, we need your help. Wait.
Let's go.
All right, we both know you want to. Your promised land sucks!
It's clear. He's telling the truth.
Time to spare. She's safe. Can we go now?
Oh my god.
Tell them to stop. Now.
Yeah, I'd say I've got him hostage. I'm going to kill him.
Won't do that.
I have your father. If you don't let my people go, I'll kill him. This ends now. Release my people.
Would mean the end of our people, Clark.
Oh, go on, bang.
Clark, we need him.
No,
I
no.
need a son to believe me.
Dad,
I'll take care of our people.
I didn't want this.
neither did I.
Shut up. Innit? That's what I wanted, Clark. That's better.
Listen to me very carefully.
I will not stop until my people are free.
I will irradiate level 5.
Woo! That is the Clark that we want to see. I know it's ruthless. Got to be done though. Got to be done. Cage, he done what he had to do, man. Like literally, he can't sacrifice everything that he's gone through here. He sent a missile, killed hundreds, and now he's what? We're gonna throw it all away because you took his dad. I'm sorry, but there's casualties in war and he had to be one of them. It's believable. I respect it. It's ruthless. Clark had to kill him. It shows progression in her as well, willing to do whatever it takes. Sometimes you got to make those bad decisions, you know what I mean? She made a bad one earlier on in the season when obviously she was willing to let her people die when that missile was coming to save herself because she thought that was the best way of saving her friends on the inside. And now she's here on the inside. Her mum's tied up. The best way to save him is showing that you're not messing around. Cobra Kai, no mercy. Do you know what I mean? Get shot, get killed. I'm coming to get you next.
Emerson,
Sir.
they're watching us from the command center. Go kill them all.
Oh, maybe they go for Abby.
Can you do it? Can you irradiate the level?
I can do it.
But they've got to do it now.
In there, and people who helped us.
Then please give me a better idea.
I'll put Abby on it. I just eradicate the floor, me. Yeah, kill everyone.
We can donate it!
That'll never happen.
We can all survive.
We can.
This is taking too long. Thank God.
Lee, put down the gun.
Not an outsider.
Yes, she is.
She's with us.
How many soldiers with Cage? 6. Why? Just get me close.
Aim for the throat. Slash, don't stab.
Love you.
Oi, a deep mate. Reckon he loves him more than Monty? His arm looks absolutely ravaged. They obviously know he was there. They seen him on the drone. Why has no one gone out? Tune.
Promised land.
Alright, it's funny, Murphy. He was like, that's dry, mate. That's what he was thinking. Octavia, slash them. Yes. Look how good she is. Mate, just take that and give Maya one. There's no other way. Look at all your friends tied up, coming in to get you. Got Octavia. You got to pull it.
I have to save them.
Together. 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 Together, everyone. Had to be done, ladies and gentlemen. They start cutting everyone free rapid. Oh, he's left them. Oh, he's left them for a while. Ah, she's dying, mate. I'm fuming with that one. I am gutted about that one. Look at all the people that they killed. In it. To be fair, they could live in that bunker now and just throw all the bodies out in it.
What did you do? I was gonna kill Cage. If you'd just given me one more minute, it would have been over. They never would have stopped. I'm sorry.
I tried to be the good guy. Maybe there are no good guys.
There we go. He's finally been reunited. Go on, lad.
You did good.
You done sick.
Let's get these people home.
Who's there?
The big gorilla or something would be decent. Committed. He's absolutely committed to it. Oh.
The first dose is the worst.
After all that, the guy didn't even, he made it outside for like 2 minutes, got his hand chopped off and got killed by an overdose.
Mama, take this badge from me. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Regardless.
He looks pretty cool with them.
Thank you.
We can get through this.
I'm not going in.
If you need forgiveness, I'll give that to you.
Take care of them for me. Seeing their faces every day and remind me of what I did to get them here.
What we did. Where are you gonna go?
Fine, Lexa.
I don't know.
Mama, tell me. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
I lost control. She got the launch codes. Who's her? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
He said she. He was talking about a female then. She done it. This is not the City of Light, surely.
Welcome, Thelonious. I'm glad you made it.
Oh.
My name is Allie.
You said you were waiting for me.
Time passes differently for me. Very good, Thelonious.
And I thought this was my destination.
It is, Thelonious. Thank you for bringing it down for me, Thelonious.
A nuke. Honestly, no joke, right? I don't really know what's just gone on there. Was that a nuclear weapon sign? And like, why did he bring that down? Is that what he come down from space in? And if it is, how lucky is that it didn't blow up and kill him? And second of all, who's that woman? How does she know his name? Is she alive? Or is she somewhere else? I feel like she's somewhere else, self-projecting through like drones and technology. Do you know what I mean? So like she is a physical being, but not like in that vicinity. Or she is in that vicinity, but she's in another location. It's not just like Jarvis, you know, so to speak, from you know, from Iron Man, who's like computerized and could talk to him like Siri and Alexa. It's not that. I feel like it's actual person that's controlling it through some sort of, I don't know, you know what I mean, some mad like technology hibernation tank thing. But it's interesting, you know, who was that guy well, I'm assuming that guy that Murphy was watching on the screen was talking about this female here, and he ended up shooting himself. But my question is, where Murphy is, somebody's been there recently, the last few days. His music on, it's not been playing for months. Do you know what I'm saying? Years. It's literally recent. Also, yeah, if the body's not on the couch, he's recorded that scene, killed himself, and then someone's gone in and taken it. Do you know what I mean? Interesting. I mean, a lot of things have gone on this episode, which I thought was good. The only thing that I'm disappointed with is Maya dying. But I have to be totally 100% honest, and I full-on expected Maya to die. The episode where I kind of got a bit confused, that I thought that she was okay, and I thought that Maya was okay to run around and go everywhere, and then it was one of the episodes recently, maybe episode 12 or something, it was like, oh, I can't go there, it's containment breach, you know what I mean, I can't breathe, and I was like, you know what I mean, that she only got the blood transfer from Jasper, innit? She didn't get the bone marrow one, so obviously she can't go outside, but he healed her. And like, obviously I was a bit naive to that. I thought she was sort of chilling and willy-nilly, do you know what I mean? I thought she was like the first one, but she wasn't. And then she was just kind of putting herself in situations where she was being like really good, where I felt like, oh, something bad's going to happen soon. Do you know what I mean? So like, when it actually did happen and she has died, like, it's not as shocking, because it's kind of been, they've not built up to it, but like, if me watching it, I kind of suspected it and thought, okay, it's coming. Do you know what I mean? I don't think she's going to survive. I totally 100% felt like she was going to save everybody and help everybody, which she did do, but she didn't actually like make it out, which I think is sad, because she was speaking to Octavia in it, and she's like, maybe we can get you to the airlock on the Ark, and you know, we can figure out something there. And I've got to say though, in terms of the people writing the show and deciding that she was to die, disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you, show writers. I always say it, and I keep saying it, that there is not enough widespread use of the cast. There's lots of them, and you see them walking around, and sometimes you have a line here and there. But why did she have to go? Like, what benefit is that to the story? Like, her dying, does that have any benefit from you? Do you know what I mean? Did you watch that and think, get in there? Or like, have you watched that and was like really upset? Me, I watched that and think, disappointed. Why has she not been kept in it? It should have been a good character progression forward for, you know, for Jasper. Another person that we can kind of get behind. We're slow burning with Wick, and he needs to be introduced more and more, but no doubt that season 3 or 4 he's getting killed, or he's gone, or he's not going to be in it, he's not going to be utilised. You know what I mean? Like, we heavily use the standard main cast. Thelonious, Murphy recently, you know, we've got Abby, Clark, Octavia, Lincoln sporadically, Lexa sporadically, and then Finn dead. Do you know what I mean? Who else have we got? I'm sure we've got a few more. Oh yeah, Jasper and Monte. I think that's about it. We've got the 10. After that, you think, oh, 10, that's loads for the cast. It's not though, is it? Because they're always like grouped up into like a singular scene, like 4 people at once. So you can flick through a scene and it's like, oh, there's a whole cast. One's in that camp or one's in that one. They've all been used in that one thing. So I feel like the more, the merrier, the better. But like, we get them in, get a connection. Yeah. Oh, she's dead. Oh, but like, I've not got to that point yet. Like, I haven't. Like, it needed to be more well established, further hardcore going in. So I don't know. It's not like I don't know, like a negative thing, but like, it's something that I wish that they utilise more, more cast people. Because like, to me, just introducing Wicks made Raven's character better. Do you know what I mean? Introducing Maya made Jasper's character more relevant and better. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just think the more the merrier, me. The more people we can get behind, the more we can enjoy. But overall, was this better than season 1? Tough. I'm going to say it was just But I don't know. I'll have to go back and do my edit in season 1, because then I can watch the episodes again. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I do the edit, I'll watch them, I'll see it, I'll like the characters again, and do you know what I mean? Get the vibes going. But right now, I think it's very tight. Very, very tight. I would say this one just because we had an influx of new characters, and a lot of stuff was going on. We got more episodes, more fighting. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I would kind of lean towards that. And I probably would say 2, just because of what I just said there. The fact that we had more people, more fighting, more characters, bigger stories, kind of a bit of relationships going. Jacka got down, you know, we've got more scenery, different clothes, weapons, you know what I mean? So in the end, I'd probably say this takes it, but both of them have been pretty solid so far, I've got to say. Okay, so that is going to wrap up the second season of the 100. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and like I said, if you guys have not yet voted for your most likely to dislike characters of the season, thought that you was going to wait until the very end, maybe today I swayed it into somebody's direction and you can get voting and obviously change the results that we've seen at the start of the episode. So I can't obviously wait to come back later on in the seasons and see if anybody's actually overtaken the most liked and disliked compared to the first time we'd done the review. Now, really good season. I was just saying there, actually looking back at it, very interesting. You know, we've had characters that have definitely been utilised and used way more. You know, we've had lots of storylines being, you know, used, relationships being building. We've had a few deaths that I didn't expect to happen, Finn obviously being the main one, and you know, we've changed sceneries. We've kind of been to the desert, we've been in the woods, we've been in Mount Weather, we've been at the Ark, you know, we've had a few flashbacks in space, and I'm enjoying it. You know, I actually am enjoying it. I have no idea what's going on with the place where Murphy and you know, Felonious have just ended up. Who is this AI woman? Who is he watching on the screen? Why you know, is the drones flying everywhere? Somebody's clearly got to be controlling them. Is there more people on the island? Do you know what I mean? There's lots of things to be you know, lots of questions to be answered, and I'm excited to obviously see what that is, because I'm fully not expecting that to be the City of Light. Looks nothing like how I would expect it. We definitely had the family, when Felonious come down from space, you know, say that they were searching for the City of Light. They handed him over to the grounders for a horse that could take them into that location, because it's a place where everybody's accepted. We had Lincoln telling Octavia earlier on at the start of season 1 that, you know, come with me, leave, we can go cross the river, across the lake on an island or something. He said that, not too sure where he said it was, but he said these people that would accept him there. Who are they? Where are they? What are they doing? Again, earlier on in the season, did we not see somebody stood in the trees with a face that was totally deformed? And I was like, mate, what is going on there? Now, has that got a connection to that little kid that Felonious seen when he was in the desert, when he, you know, he was deformed, where he's born with a facial deformity? What about that female that Murphy met when he was in the sand and she had that big hand? Is that the same condition, or are they totally different polar opposites? Because we've never seen anything more than that person that was in the woods. Do you know what I mean? Now, obviously we did get the background to them saying that they would cast outsiders, you know, when he was born, like their people or whatever's would say get rid of them because you don't want the spread. Basically, they think that somebody, if they was born like with that facial deformity or with the hand that she had, that if they was to have another kid, that it would keep going on and on. So they just get rid of them, outcast them. And then obviously like the people that don't actually want to get rid of the kids, like the family, they take them, they leave and outcast themselves. So again, I want to see more of that storyline, see where it goes. Octavia, solid season, really enjoyed it. Been saying all season 1 that I can't wait to get into season 2 and see outfit changes, costume, hairstyles, and we got it. Everybody was wearing different clothes. Kind of person that was only wearing the same stuff consistently was Finn. He was wearing his blue jacket. We had Raven obviously wearing a red jacket. Finn died kind of halfway through. Obviously we've got Octavia moving over into being a tree people. She's wearing a full black suit. Her hair's got the volume. She's got the braids, the face, black mask. She looks amazing. She's fighting like a warrior. She was inducted, accepted, you know, as part of the tree people. Then it was rescinded by Indra because obviously she chosen to save her brother over going back with the camp. Can't really blame Octavia for that. Kind of knew that was going to happen. I also think that Indra's had a really good season actually. I thought that I didn't like her. I thought she was like a moody, and I thought that she was just going to go and try and get everybody killed, and then she's turned out to be a good warrior, a good fighter. She, you know, kind of tried to help Octavia. Okay, at the end there, she like disregarded her and said, you're not part of us anymore, but she's sticking to her morals, her role, her life, you know what I mean, a clan, a family, whatever's. She even went to Lincoln, kind of dropped in a knife, helped him escape, knowing that that was going to happen to kind of save him. So respect to her. Can you blame Lexa for choosing the people over the people from the Ark? No, even though she fancies Clark, she's obviously made out of her. She asked her to go to the city or the kingdom or whatever, the palace, I don't even know, mate. She said, where are you going after here? I don't know. Come with me, she said. Obviously, it didn't get accepted, and then she's kind of chose her people instead of hers. Clark, she's walked off into the woods. Where's she going? Literally, first time that they can all be free. Don't have no threat. Don't have the people in, you know, Mount Weather to attack you. You don't have the grounders because now you work in peace. Now, all your people are back. Your mum's down. You're there. You don't want to accept it. You can't live with everything that you've done. You can't live with the fact that you knew the missile was coming and you let it hit and a lot of people die. Can't live with the fact that you pulled that thing and set the gas through or whatever you want to call it, cut the oxygen, and everyone died. To be honest, both times, I probably agree with both of them. The one with the missile, I thought that you could have, I thought it was ideal not to tell anybody, but I would have done what you said, Clark, and I would have set the fire, caused a bit of diversion, let everybody escape and try and run away. You know, I wouldn't have specifically cancelled the meeting. I would have tried to just cause as much chaos as possible, but you didn't, so live with it. Do you know what I mean? You did, you went here, and the fact is, Maya's dead. I know that's on you, but they had Raven. They was drilling into her. They had Octavia. She was pinned down on the floor. They had your mum. She was getting drilled into as well. All your friends, they was tied up. You know, we had Dante. He wasn't willing to tell his people to stand down. Kane, he was going to attack your mum again because obviously after you killed Dante in retaliation to try and get him to do something. I know you killed the kids and I know you killed some innocent people, but you come all this way, you sacrificed so much, you was willing to let loads of people die. What's a few more? Do you know what I mean? Ruthless, but I understand it, and hopefully you come back not as a different person, to be honest. I like this Clark this season. I like the willing to do whatever it takes. Certain situations, bit annoying. Other situations, very good. Most of the situations I thought logically, and I thought this was a good character step up, and I hope we don't digress and go down and you become like Morgan, for example, in The Walking Dead. Introduced, you know, he helped Rick at the start, and then when he come back, he was this absolute beast, warrior, willing to kill everybody. Then he took some sort of like thing where he didn't want to do anything, wanted to be dead peaceful, dead calm, didn't kill no one. It's like, mate, that's a boring character. You were so good, and why are you so crap now? Do you know what I mean? I hope that doesn't happen to Clark, and I pray and hope Jasper doesn't turn on everybody and is an arsehole and he falls out with, you know, with Monte, and he just blames everybody for Maya's death. I hope that doesn't happen because I understand that he loves her and she's died, but she was a casualty in war. The fact is, he's got to know that saving everybody else was way more priority than her, even though it's sad. So, I mean, couple of ups, couple of downs, solid season, really enjoyed it. Can't wait to see, obviously, what the next season has to hold with this AI stuff and whatever Filoni and Murphy have found. So, thanks for checking out today's episode. If you did enjoy it, please smash the like, it really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.